Today we're going to talk about how to grow your company using inbound marketing and only inbound marketing. I've grown 3 companies using predominantly inbound marketing. WhenIWork.com, we get 15,000 leads, and most of them come from inbound marketing and content marketing. Content Marketer.io, which is now Mailshake, lots of leads coming from content marketing efforts, as so the name is, and Web Profits and our agency businesses in the past. All of our leads come from content marketing efforts and inbound marketing efforts. We may have other things, but inbound marketing is the base of our efforts. So let's jump into it. I want to share with you 12 points on ways you can do the same. Number 1, create content. Just start creating content. I don't care if it's good or bad, build a habit. Content needs to age. So the earlier you build content, the more quickly it can age, and you can go back to it at some point and update it with better content or more relevant content. That's why people are always going back to their old content and updating it to get more value out of it. Number 2 is focus on content for the top of the funnel. Don't write about yourself. Nobody cares. Focus on writing your customers about content that is for your customers and that's helpful for your customers, not about yourself. Start at the top of the funnel. Don't worry about the bottom, the middle, or any of that stuff. You need traffic to start off with. Number 3 is identify the top blogs, the publications in your industry, and start guest blogging for all of them. You don't have the credibility, start at the bottom of the list and work your way up. I did the same thing. Most others in the space have done the exact same process. It works, it takes time. Nobody ever says inbound marketing can come overnight, but if you keep at it, it does work. All right, number 4, identify all the top influencers in your space. Give away your tool, your product, whatever you have to offer for free. Give it to them. Help them use it. Help them leverage it. Tell them exactly what they could do to leverage the tool and leverage it and use it for themselves and do it for them. In fact, handhold them. Concierge onboarding, white glove service. Spend that time, build that relationship, and it will work. Which brings me to the next point. Number 5, build a relationship with all those influencers. At the end of the day, these are the guys who can move the needle for you. These are the movers and shakers. They have an audience, they have a brand, they write content consistently or produce content consistently in some way, shape, or form. Make sure you're at the top of their radar or on their radar somewhere. All right, number 6 is invite those influencers. May not be those top guys, it may not be the Gary V's of the world, but any influencer, maybe the bottom of that list, the top 100, you go up to the 90 to 100 list or people, and invite them to write for your site. Pay them if you have to. This is important because they have an audience and they will take their audience with them. I find the top guys who have the audience built already are less likely to do this, but the people who are on the bottom of the top 100 list, they want to work their way to the top and they're willing to work for it and they're willing to write as much content or be out there as much as possible, so they will say yes. And oftentimes it will be free. Everybody thinks you have to create content to leverage inbound marketing and content marketing. No, you don't. You just have to provide valuable content. Nobody ever said it had to be yours. So number 7 is to curate content. Content in that industry so you become a leader. When you curate the best content, people will subscribe to your newsletter. Then you can introduce your own content in there. You can be a little self-promotional. 80% will still be that value-add content that's not biased, and that 20% could be about you guys. Again, you have to build that list. It's still very top of the funnel focus. And guess what? Curating content costs $0. You need MailChimp, and if you have no email list, it's free. And you need time. It's that simple. All right, next thing is to add call to actions to your blog post. Most people don't. Why? They probably don't have long enough blog posts to leverage this, but when you write long form content, it's normal to add 2 to 3 call to actions throughout the blog post. Now, don't add them when you write the blog post. Add them a month or 2 later. Go back to your Google Analytics and see what blog post is actually getting traffic and add call to actions there. And one better, add call to actions that are customized or interested or relevant actually to that blog post. It will increase your conversion rate from visitor to an email opt-in or whatever that call to action is. Or the next thing is create a free tool. This will generate a lot of word of mouth. HubSpot did this with their website generator. I've done this many times. In fact, Mailshake started off as a free tool. It was called Connector before. Connector was a way initially to build awareness for our previous product and previous company, Content Marketer.io. It worked out so well that we decided to charge for it and pivot all of our attention, the whole company, to that one company, to that one functionality. And again, it's working very, very well. The reason free tools work really well is because it's helpful for the audience. It's something people can leverage. It's something quick. CoSchedule has their headline generator. HubSpot has their free or their website grader. There's many other tools out there, but it works. All right. Number 10 is create a free ebook. Create a template, create a checklist. Any of these things work because you're adding valuable content, you're creating content that people are looking for, and you're creating the most robust information. Templates and checklists also work well because you're helping people, frankly, do the job. Or a checklist is you're helping people literally tell them exactly the things they should be thinking through. All right, now, after you've done this for months and months, think about the middle and bottom of the funnel content. What I like to use is webinars. Start there and then expand from there. I like webinars because it forces people to engage with you. You got to get on an email list. You have to opt in first of all. Then you have to save that time, jump on a phone or go to meeting or what have you. Spend an hour listening to somebody. It's a commitment. It's like it's two opt-ins that require somebody to get further involved in your brand or your company. And what I like to do is I like to create webinars off my most popular content. So that's right. I take my top of the funnel content I created 6 months ago and I turn it into a webinar. My most robust form of content, again, video, audio, somebody has to take an hour at a specific time in their day, out of their day at a specific time to watch that information. So it's a fairly heavy commitment using your top of the funnel content. All right, and the last one is, look, after 6 to 12 months of the above, look at the data. Something will be working, a lot of things will not be, but you'll find 1 or 2 wins and double down on those wins and kill everything else. I do this about every 6 months and I call it the purge. So every 6 months I open up my Evernote, I look at all my traffic for all my blogs and all my companies, and I double down on things that are working and I kill everything else. That's why I'm always testing new things, but I'm always guest blogging, I'm always doing webinars, videos has been one of my best ways to engage with people. I haven't created any free tools lately because frankly, it didn't work that well for me this last 6 months. So I stopped. You're gonna find what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and you're gonna wanna double down on that. This is the inbound marketing strategy I use to grow my companies. It's worked well for us, and these are the 12 things that I know will work well for you. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, and stay tuned for more episodes. Hit that subscribe button that's gonna show up right now.